What's up, guys? It's Big Nugget, and this is a new style of video. Today we got my boy Sonic here.
What up, what up?
We got my boy Sonic here, man. We've been hanging out for the past few days in Colorado. When I got over to Denver, we met at Starbucks, and I low-key wanted to do like a cinematic depiction of how the interaction looked, because it was kind of funny. But we've been hanging out. Show me some cool spots around Denver or Boulder, Colorado, and oh yeah, and over here, like this park we're at. I've been doing a lot of cardio here. We've been kind of hanging out. We've just been spending time together since I've been in Colorado, which I don't even know how long has it been, dude? Like a week?
A week.
Oh, really? About a week? So anyway.
Well, I pulled into the Starbucks. It was, what was it?
That might have been Friday, dude. I think it's been a week.
It was Friday, yeah.
Dang, man. Time's been flying, bro. Anyway, so we got my boy Sonic here, and just gonna do this is gonna be, I guess, both of our first style of interview kind of videos. So we'll see what we can kind of get together and maybe provide some insight. But I guess we'll go ahead and get started. Well, brother, we got I guess as far as your background goes, if you want to start out with where you're from and
well, originally I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. Got kicked out of the house when I was 18.
All right.
Ended up becoming homeless and being a musician, traveling musician, riding freight trains till about 2006. And then met my old lady after I had an injury and ended up basically getting married. Well, not really technically married, but having 2 kids, and then she kicked me out. So here I am back traveling again, and I've been traveling for about 8 months now.
Wait, so what year was 18 for you?
2002.
Oh, so about 4 years you was homeless, are you saying, at the time?
No, I've been pretty much homeless up until about when I went in the Marine Corps.
Marine Corps? And that was, what year was that?
2006.
Okay.
End of 2006, beginning of 2007.
Dang, man. What led you to this point, like vanlifing out the truck?
Well, it's better than sleeping on the streets. It's more luxurious, I had the choice of, being just sleeping in my cab of my truck and a tent somewhere under a bridge, or buying a cap for it and turning it into a house.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like it, dude. Personally, I like the
Well, I ain't got I want to be in a tiny home, you know what I mean? Like a shed somewhere on a piece of property. Can't afford that right now.
Well, as far as your hobbies go, man, like what's some things you find yourself interested in? Like why you been on the road, or why you been on this kind of like journey you've been on? Like even in the midst of everything, what do you find yourself like gravitating toward?
Playing my saxophone when I got it.
Oh yeah, dude. You're supposed to show me while I was here.
Hey, let's find a music store today.
No, we can.
Yeah.
We can. No, we can. Make that a go before I leave. Let's see. So you said how long you been on the road total now? Like
8 months this time.
8 months. Oh, so with this little go around with van life, you been in that Ford Ranger for 8 months?
Yeah, been there for 8 months.
And how's that been?
Awesome.
Yeah. That little 2-wheel drive will get on down, man.
It'll go places some 4-wheel drives can't go, I'll tell you that, because of the weight in the back.
And then you were having your catalytic converter thing situation.
Man, that's crazy.
What'd you do, bro?
Just drilled holes in it.
I think your catalytic converter was getting a little like stuffy or kind of clogged up.
No, it is fully clogged. Like you felt it. There's no any kind of air coming out of the exhaust.
Anything coming out the muffler or coming out the tip.
Nothing.
You couldn't even feel it breathe on you, dude. That was crazy. Let's see. Is there any goal you look to achieve through van life? So I guess moving forward from this 8-month period, I guess how do you see yourself progressing, or what are you looking for?
Upgrading to an RV.
RV?
Yeah.
And I know you brought up like the tiny home or tiny house.
If I got an RV, that is my tiny home.
Oh, good enough. Yeah, good
yes,
enough.
Because I already got solar. I'm running on a 35 amp hour battery right now, so.
35 amps. Yeah, that's not too much. Is
No.
lithium or?
No, it's regular
deep
closed
cycle?
cell. Yeah, no, it's not deep cycle. It's
Really?
just lead acid closed cell.
Like a car battery, but like a smaller version.
It's a solar battery, yes, but it's a closed cell lead acid.
Dang, dude. Dang. I mean, what you would do if you got the RV? How do you think things would go in that direction, like afterwards?
That'd be amazing. I'd be able to achieve my goal of because I've been through the whole United States, every major city you can think of, seen everything hobo-wise riding freight trains. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a whole different aspect of scenery compared to concrete driving. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because you get to see wildlife, tunnels, mountains, snows.
Like the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With no people. You know what I mean? And now I just want to try to travel what I didn't get to see during those travels.
I mean, are you would you say you're looking for people now, like looking for kind of a pack, or you just want to like encounter people?
I have a
or?
big case of the tisms. I have Asperger's, so looking for a crowd? No, not me.
Right on,
One or
brother.
two people, yeah. More than that, yeah, that's a no-go.
Okay.
And that's another reason why I do this, because, yeah.
It's easy, kind of easy to manage, like by yourself more.
Yeah, my mental health states and everything I have going on mental health wise. This is me and my puppers.
Yeah.
That's luxury.
Hoss.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like your escape from, I guess, the pressure of being around people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty common.
He
thing
ain't
too.
stupid like most people, you know what I mean? He's pretty smart for a dog, you know. He actually listens if I say so.
No, yeah, he's a cutie, man. What your dog's what? Mixed
His
Pomeranian?
mama's a Yorkie and his dad is full-blooded Pomeranian.
Pomeranian and Yorkie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cutie too. Yeah, I thought he looked like a Chihuahua Pomeranian, like mixed. When you see him, he's like
That's
a
what he
fluffy
is.
Chihuahua. Yeah, it's like I didn't really know exactly what was going on when you like the first time I saw him and you picked him up. I'm like, bro, is that a Pomeranian or Chihuahua? Almost.
He's a mix of three. He's
almost thought it was a
Pomeranian,
weenie dog.
Chihuahua. Well, he's teacup Chihuahua, Yorkie, and Pomeranian.
Oh, a little mixed breed. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Well, what would you say your least favorite thing about van life, or within this past 8 months? What are like what are you not enjoying?
How the government treats the homeless in our country.
Okay.
Even in situations that we can't help, people can't help, they're treated like god awful. Like, as a citizen, I should be able to park in any public parking spot and be able to sleep in my vehicle without, if I'm not bothering nobody, making a mess or doing anything illegal. Why am I getting my
Right.
window knocked on and told to leave at 2 o'clock in the morning? I'm doing nothing wrong.
Do you feel like there's somewhere you've been that's been worse than another? Like, have you been to a worse place, or like if you had to put one on like the scale, where was the worst place you've been?
Since I've been in
like
my
that?
truck, it would have to be New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. A lot of- yeah, I can see that. Yeah, for sure.
New Orleans, bro. That's the worst, man.
I mean,
NOPD ain't no joke.
Low key, I would think that it would go either way. Either they're really strict or they're really lenient. But apparently,
Well, normally they're really lenient, but they're hosting the Super Bowl this year, so
Oh, yeah.
they told everybody
Yeah.
to kick rocks.
dang man. Oh well, I mean, I'll say in your 8 months, what would you say your favorite thing is? Like, what have you enjoyed
Meeting
the
people
most?
like you.
Oh, that's awesome, brother. Right on.
Oh yeah.
So just meeting cool people, having good experiences, good.
Yeah, it's good to meet people because, like, you didn't know of all the resources around here.
Right.
You got to buy,
Nah, for sure, for sure,
everything.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and just like you learn through other people, basically how to survive, what to do to survive.
That's cool, man. I
Pretty
like
much got
that.
that in the bag though.
Yeah, you can survive, dude. You can definitely survive, especially with as long as you clean and trowel. How do you think van life impacts your life? We'll just start there. How do you think van life impacts your life?
Well, it don't really impact mine. It impacts my kids. Since everything happened, I can't. I'm about to cry. Sorry, can't see them.
As you are a parent, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How many kids you got?
2.
Girls, boys?
Got a boy and a girl. Got a 15-year-old boy and a 10-year-old little girl.
Dang.
Yep.
Yeah, I imagine that's hard not seeing them.
No.
So have you seen them at all in the past 8 months, or?
Yeah, I left New Orleans on the weekend after Father's Day. The next following weekend. Actually, it was a few weekends because I had to wait till the first when I got my check. And then I went and seen them for Father's Day, and that lasted for about 4 hours, and then I headed back to New Orleans.
Well, I mean, when do you think you'll see them again? How long do you think, I guess, the time in between seeing them each time, I guess with the lifestyle? I mean, it's kind of hard to, I guess,
Well,
get
if
a
I
time
choose
frame.
to stay here, which I really don't want to, if I choose to stay here for a little bit and get an apartment, then they can just come whenever they want to.
Right. If you have, like, a stable environment for them to be.
If I had an RV, they'd
It
be
wouldn't
able
matter.
to come to me.
No, I mean, I could definitely see that. More space, you kind of
Yeah.
house them and take them on your adventures.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, man.
For like summers, get them for the summer and
That'd be nice.
take
Yeah.
off.
That'd definitely be nice.
Oh yeah, that's my goal right now is trying to find an RV. I'm trying to trade my truck, either for a van like this or an RV.
Something bigger for sure. So
Yeah,
you can
something bigger.
So you can house your kids if you want to see them.
Yeah.
Kind of take them anywhere with you. Now, that'd
Pretty
be
much.
awesome, man. It would be pretty cool. Definitely a unique experience for them.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
bus would be my ideal.
a schoolie?
Yeah,
those are nice.
I had a schoolie in 2003.
Oh yeah, I think you were telling me about that.
Yeah, we
Wow.
went to a bunch of rainbow gatherings and stuff. just freaking traveling the country until we got creamed in a freaking tunnel by a semi-truck jackknifing.
That's crazy. That's crazy to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, how long do you think you can see yourself doing this for? I mean, is it something you can do indefinitely? Is it something you do
Well, that's my plan. I'm dying, so.
Do it forever?
Yeah.
For the rest of your
Until
days.
I croak, yeah.
It's van lifing, upgrading, having your kids traveling America.
Well, why do I want to pay the government taxes on shit when my truck's paid for? I don't have to worry about rent, bills, you know what I mean? Just my gas money, my food, and my dog's food, you know, and hygiene.
And it is a lot cheaper. I'll say that it's a lot cheaper.
Well, not with a catalytic converter stock.
Do you think your travels would be exclusive to, I guess, North America, or do you see yourself?
No, I've already been on trains. I've been all through Mexico, all through Canada.
Wow.
Like I told you the story, I took a garbage barge to Hawaii. You know, I've been to Amsterdam with a random, lady that was like, hey, come with me. I'll house you. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, wait, hold on. So elaborate on the garbage barge. So what was that story? You want to tell that again?
All right. So about end of 2003, beginning of 2004, I was in San Diego, California, and it was me and 3 of my road dogs. We were getting swilly. I don't drink no more, by the way. We were getting swilly, and some guy came in smelling like garbage. We started bullshitting, asked him what he did, and he basically said, I drive a garbage barge from Hawaii. I take a 2-week trip there, 2-week trip back, off 5 days, and do it again. And I was like, cool. I was like, how much you charge me and my homies to go with you to Hawaii? And he was like, can't do that, homie, not losing my job. Needless to say, the man got drunk as shit, spent all of his money on the whole bar, and he looked at me and he goes, $100 a head. I was like, $400? He goes, yeah. So I gave him in $400 and ended up in Maui.
And you said how long were you in Maui for after that?
About 6 months, until I saved up enough money for my disability checks to
fly back, huh?
Fly back, me and my homies, yeah.
Crazy time, dude. And what year was that, you said?
End of 2003, 2004.
That's a crazy time.
It was around Christmas time. Yeah.
I was super young at that time. Yeah, I
don't put an emphasis on the oldness, okay?
Thing. Yeah, no, that was a cool story. Interesting for sure. So as far as affording van life and the lifestyle, what do you do to kind of make ends meet, or to continue to be able to travel and do the things you do enjoy while you're out here?
I get a check every month,
okay,
about $8.49. Ain't too much. When that goes out after bills, normally I just do Uber Eats, or when I got my saxophone, I'll post up in a downtown area and start playing my sax.
That's pretty cool. The whole sax, yeah, I like.
Yeah, but my sax, some home bum in New Orleans fell into my saxophone and broke it. I was missing like 2 notes that wouldn't hit.
Dang.
So when I went to the pawn shop to sell it, because I sold it, I basically just played like 4 notes and made it sound good.
You had to play it for them to sell it?
Yeah, they had to make sure it worked.
Dang, dude.
It didn't work. Two buttons didn't work, so I just missed those and made it sound good.
Dang, man. And that's pretty good. Oh, so you're getting your $8.49, you said? Where's that from? You drawing like disability?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, and how?
Like I told you, I can't get anything with my military stuff because of what happened. But yeah.
Oh, military stuff. Yeah, good. You are a Marine vet.
Well, dishonorable discharge, but yes, technically yes.
Yeah.
I consider myself a vet. You're a vet. Like if you got a dishonorable discharge, you'd be a vet.
Right.
I just can't technically go around to business going, oh, I'm a vet, even though I am.
Right. Yeah. I understand. So it's the $8.49 a month, and then you do the Uber Eats. So
yeah.
I think a lot of people are curious, like how do van lifers afford it? What's the cost? Like how much does it cost people? So if you kind of had to do a breakdown on what it costs you to live and your truck setup, what are your monthly bills kind of looking like?
After next month, it'll be clear and free because I don't have no bills, but.
Just like insurance, like the stuff we don't really
insurance is $50 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I get $8.49, so just say $8.50. Insurance is $50. No car note or anything. I pay my mom $100 because she helped me fix my truck because the front end was bow-duped out of a ditch because some lady almost hit me head on. Oh yeah, no, I went like 40 feet in the air and landed back in the road. My wheels were like this. They looked like freaking the 1988. Whatever year it was, the DeLorean in the movie Back to the Future where they're flying with the wheels out. That's what it looked like on the front. But yeah, she helped me fix that and helped me buy the cap top. So I'm paying her $100 a month.
How much was the cap top you got?
$400.
$400? That's not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. And that gives you your entire sleep space in the back.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and so insurance, $50. You pay your mom $100.
I pay my ex for my phone bill. For my phone bill, I pay $100.
Okay. So we're at $250 total.
Yeah.
And then
rest is just gas and
food
and whatever. Well, food, you've seen what I do.
Yeah.
So that cuts that expense out.
So you utilize the food bank and resources around
At
the
every city I go, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that's good.
I just find the local homeless. I'm like, hey, where can I get resources? And
Right.
then next person I see, if I only get one resource from one person, I'll ask somebody else.
And then there's typically like a list of these resources in every city you go
Yeah.
to.
Most of them.
So that leaves you. I mean, you're traveling. I mean, the only other variable that would kind of like I guess change up how much it costs for you to van life would be where you're going or how far you're traveling.
Yeah.
And pretty much is
Just put it this way,
relatively
when my
cheap.
catalytic converter stopped up going 1,300 miles from New Orleans to here,
Mm-hmm.
well, about 1,400 miles, guess how long it took? Guess how much money it took?
I wouldn't even know. Not in miles.
Just guess. Well, just guess.
How
From
many
there to
hours
here.
is that?
Huh?
Give me how many in hours? How much is that?
13 and a half, 14 hours.
Ooh, $300.
389.
Dang.
That's
Dang,
how much it take to. That's how much it drunk.
Oh yeah.
And that's out of my pocket. That's not counting my two friends that live here in Denver,
Mm-hmm.
right up the road, that literally drove from here to Texas,
Right.
right across the state line, to pick me up. And
Dang, dude.
well, they followed me. They filled me up and like 3 times and followed me here so I could make it here.
That's a hike. That's a hike to get here. Is this your first stop from New Orleans? You was pretty much in New Orleans before. Huh?
Well, I left New Orleans. I drove all the way to Dalhart, Texas. Dalhart, Texas.
And like, where's that at?
Top of Texas before you go into Colorado.
Like, no, that's a journey, man.
But
That's a
the trail the roads that I'm taking is kind of crazy. There's a game on PC called American Truck Simulator, and I have mods that give you the whole U.S. states and all the U.S. and roads.
Right.
And so in the game, I'll go from Mobile, Alabama to Bellingham, Washington, and so that's kind of the
direction you're traveling in real life.
well, the same roads that I take in game are the roads I'm taking.
So you were simulating on the game. Now you're manifesting it in real life, basically.
Yeah.
You're gonna turn it into reality.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I'm hoping to get up to Bellingham before December.
How far is that from here? It's probably like it's probably what?
It's in the Pacific
18
Northwest.
hours.
man.
18 hours, something like that. That's North Washington on the border of Canada, right?
Yeah, it's like literally because I'm going from Bellingham. I'm going up towards Vancouver.
Okay.
Yep. There's a city that is somewhere right here. I gotta find it. It's not showing.
Dang,
me yet.
man. No, that's nice.
But
That's all in the Olympia area.
So 20-hour though.
20 and a half hours. Man,
Yeah.
dude. You going straight? So when do you plan on heading that way?
On the first.
First? And just shooting toward North Washington.
Well, the first of because I want to do winter. I want to drive through the Pacific Northwest in the winter,
Okay. So about 3 weeks from now, you'll be heading up there. As far as like,
possibly, or the following month.
Okay.
Because my last bill that I have to pay on my loan for my AC and shit is next month. So it might be
Nice, dude.
following. I don't know. Depends on.
You think you still have the truck by then?
Hopefully not.
I'm trying to get rid of it. You'll be in a like an RV, by the time you're coming back down through the PNW.
Hopefully. A
That'd be
bus,
nice.
RV, or a van,
Pretty
yeah.
cool, dude. Might see you up there. It seems like we're gonna kind of be in the PNW around the same time.
Yeah.
Except, I really wouldn't like to stay there too much into the winter.
My plan is going up to Bellingham, right?
Yeah.
And then I got a couple of gaming buddies that live in Ontario,
In Canada.
in Canada. So I'm basically thinking about going from Vancouver to Calgary. I want to go to Saskatchewan because I want to do some camping up there, some winter camping.
Some crazy wilderness over there, man.
Oh yeah, baby, that's what I'm into. And then all the way over to basically Ontario, and then over to Winnipeg, and then back down through Chicago and all that, like basically Michigan, into Chicago, into Tennessee, visit family there, and then back to my kids in Alabama.
And how long of a time frame do you think the span would be? Like within the next, until the end of the year, until like going into
I'll make a
spring or
trip a
fall?
month, so basically I'll allot, let's say $200 once I get all my bills paid,
Right.
$200 for gas. Once that gas runs out, that's where I'm at.
Until you're getting paid again, you just keep moving according to your checks.
Yeah.
Like as they hit, that's when you progress.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you mapped it out to see how big of a turnaround that is from?
Yes,
from
that
here
is
to
a
all the way
6-month
back?
trip.
6 months? Dang, dude. That's an adventure for sure. That's an adventure.
Like I told you, I live my philosophy. My motto is, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. So
Right.
you can't live day by day planning like you plan your shit. I'm not doing that because there's no use to plan because you live and you die. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're here and we're gone, so might as well live it to the fullest until we're gone.
Amen. Yeah, I mean, I've noticed time and time again, every time I try to plan something, it never works out. Do you have a favorite van life story so far? Of if anything that's happened to you in this 8-month period, what's your
You coming down the mountain holding your bbrakes the whole time?
Really? That's your favorite?
That's it, yeah.
That chalks up to your favorite story. Well, I'll let you tell them. I'll let you elaborate on the brakes.
I already elaborated on it.
On the interview side, for people that don't see the other video.
Well, this man's is coming down the mountain riding his brakes. It's about a 7% grade all the way down and all the way up. And yeah, he basically he already didn't tell me he had squishy brakes to begin with, or I never took him up there. But yeah, coming down, he was riding his brakes the whole time. Next thing I know, I see white smoke coming out of his fender wells. And then he turned a curve to where I could see his driver's side rim, and it was cherry freaking red. Then I come around the bottom of that hill there where you finally see me turning around. And you were stopped for I guess, I don't know how long, what you were doing, but it was like a good 3-4 minutes. I was like, oh crap, I started to turn around.
I started noticing the smell, and I was like, I thought it was your brakes.
Oh, I thought it was mine too when I started smelling it. You were like a good quarter mile behind me. I was like, that ain't me, because I was in I got a 5-speed manual. I had that son of a gun in second.
And then I was letting off the brakes. I'm like, man, let me let off the brakes and see if the smell continues. I was hoping it did, because that would let me know it was your brakes, but yeah, it ended up being mine. So anyway, yeah, I had never driven down a mountain before. So
I thought you were dead. I thought you went off the side of the mug.
Nah, they were pretty squishy, man. They were pretty squishy. Okay, so with the influx of van lifers, how do you see the future of van life?
Oh, it's fixing to increase exponentially. Look at taxes and what our government's doing with increasing housing taxes and all that.
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna be able to afford it.
The housing, right?
Yeah.
And then how do you think?
Well, a 1-bedroom apartment here in Denver is $2,500.
That's pretty high. One
yeah.
bedroom.
Most jobs, you don't even make that a week.
How do you think the future of van lifers would be impacted, though? With a rise of van lifers, I think people may start to recognize that more and more people are doing it, and us kind of being in a capitalist economy, it's only natural that people would want to take advantage of that. So with that, do you think that people will start charging for all these campsites that are free now? Or?
Well, even that would be better than the cities and government cities kicking you out of a parking lot. Charge 5 cents a day. You know what I mean? How many pennies do you have in a console somewhere?
Not many.
I got a lot.
Well, we'll just use yours.
But that's easy to come up. You know what I mean? Just something like if you're in a bind and you need to pull into like a Walmart somewhere. You get on an app, and if you're going to be there for a week, you pay $5. Some Walmarts will let you, but most of them don't.
Yeah, some people don't know. Not every Walmart's like van life friendly.
Nope, depends on the city.
Like sometimes the security's kind of rolling around, and they'll let you know, hey, like
best thing to do is to go inside the customer service and be like, hey, what are your parking lot camping things?
Yeah.
How long can you stay? If you can stay, when can you stay? That's all you got to do.
So, I mean, where's your favorite places to stay? Like, where do you feel like you kind of get to kind of ease on in there and not be bothered too much?
Overlander.
Overlander? So, yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably agree, yeah. And then they showed you the paid and the free, typically. So you
I take off the paid. I go to the filters.
Yeah. And you can pretty much distinguish through where you want to stay at. And you get some pretty remarkable views.
Well, the one I showed you was on Overlander.
Which one? Oh, the one that we just went to the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if y'all haven't seen that video, it's just the previous one. I'll card it right here. Y'all check that out, and you'll be able to see kind of our time together that we've been spending here in Denver area, Boulder more specifically. Yeah, that was a really nice spot, man. Well, brother, you ready to do a tour on your truck setup, dude?
Let's go, homie.
All right, guys. So now we're gonna proceed with the tour. We'll start with the outside. I'll let you kind of explain everything if you want.
03 Ford Ranger beater with 168,000 miles, 5-speed manual. On the top, I got 3 solar panels. Only one of them's permanent, which is this one, which has hail damage. And then I got 2 that I take down. My bike's on top. Oh, it's starting to rain. This is the inside. Don't mind it, it's messy. Got a little bit of storage over to the side. This is my bed, my fridge. A little storage for my wires and stuff on the side. Even got some lights. TV hangs right there when I'm asleep at night. So there's that. Over to the side we did have an AC 8,000 BTU at 115 volt, but yeah, New Orleans got that. Some meth heads. In here, normally I had 4 lithium ion batteries at 150, well actually about around 200 mega, what do you call it, amp hours a piece. And so yeah, it equaled about, with this battery and those, it equaled about 3,500 amp hours, and that's all I got left.
And that's the 35 amp hour one?
Yeah, it's a 35 amp hour battery I got hooked up to the 3 panels. It did have 4 panels, but the semi-truck ain't one of those.
I think the most important part of your build is trying to say hey.
And this is House. This is my mental health companion.
Service dog.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that's the Pomeranian Cherokee combo.
Yeah, he just woke up.
Hybrid. So
if he
cute.
fluffs like his dad at a year old, he'll be a teacup Pomeranian.
Okay, now that kind of leads us to the sponsor of the video, which today we're going to be doing a review on this Petron portable power station. And this here has actually been very helpful. I'll kind of let him break down how the use of it's been going, but this has been very helpful in our camping trip. And with his set power setup, he's able to charge it with the solar, charge it with a AC, solar. Yeah, DC AC solar. It's got the kind of the 3-in-1 charging package. And this is from Petron. So considering I've been letting our boy Sonic use it, I'm gonna go ahead and let him explain all the benefits and how it's been going for him so far. All right.
This thing actually is amazing. It's really freaking great. It's the E600 LP. Basically, it's lithium LiPo 4. But yeah, it lasts running my AC, my lights, charging my phone, even my TV Fire Stick, and gaming. It lasts probably about all day, and then in the morning, by the time I wake up, it's dead. So, and everything's still cold, so I'm gonna say about 8 hours fully used, maxed.
Right.
But yeah, my favorite thing is I can plug my solar lights into the 12-volt ports here with their barrel jacks and actually power my lights as well.
And so as far as charging this thing goes, what have you noticed about charging it with the different power options?
Okay, on AC, it takes about 3.5 hours, about 3.5 hours to charge. When you bump up to charging with solar, it's from like 6 to 7 hours, about 5 to 7 hours. And then, Lord help it, on DC, that's the only downside of that. If you do DC, like on your vehicle, it'll keep a charge, but charge it takes 9 hours flat.
Well, and you benefited from that pretty greatly when we were camping. That was
And if you got to go fishing, you can also put your phone on top.
Yeah.
This one don't have the option to charge, but my other phone does. But yeah.
Well, considering that our boy Sonic over here has kind of got his truck ran through, or they kind of broke into it and took some valuable stuff of his. Today, we're going to be giving him this Petron E600.
Dude, that's freaking amazing, bro.
And we're going to allow him to use it in his build. So that way, moving forward, he has some more power, because he's only running off a 35 amp hour, whatever kind of battery you said. I don't even think it's lithium. So
it's lead acid sealed.
Yeah, so I mean, we're going to go ahead and this is going to be part of his new build. So we'll go ahead and let him get it hooked up and whatever.
Dude, you are freaking amazing, bro.
And then we'll go ahead and see how it looks inside of his build. But yeah, he's definitely been benefiting from it way more than me. Because, you know, personally, I'm kind of into the hard powered battery setup, like all the wired in stuff that runs off the alternator. And if I did run solar,
that should be the fridge.
And the cool thing about this too, I'll add, it shows all the different, okay, so right now we're on DC out. You can either supply DC power or AC power. So your AC is your normal house plugs, and your DC is gonna be like your standard USB Type C's, car plugs, cigar plugs, whatever. And you could choose, or you could have both of them on at the same time, putting an output toward both supplies.
Yep.
Now this one shows how much watts you're drawing,
how many hours to charge, and how many hours it is to dead. So
right. This thing is I think by the time you convert it, it is a 24 amp hour lithium battery. So when you're running regular household items, or like when your phone, your fridge, stuff like that, it has like actually a pretty decent runtime. And so far, as far as I've been running it, and that Sonic's been running it over the course of time, it's deemed very reliable. So I really don't have too much bad to say about it. Honestly, the only thing that I would comment on is, personally, I like amp hour readings, and this shows wattage. However, there's a simple formula to kind of translate that, but I kind of prefer to see things in amp hours. That's just me. So not necessarily a knock on the product. We just got he's got his cooler on, so you can see it's at 35 degrees, and we'll see the wattage it's pulling. 42 watts. And this is probably honestly, this is probably one of the best things I've gotten out the Pecron, is that it shows you your wattage pull, and you're able to monitor like your power consumption, and yes, also with how many hours you have left. It'll show you how long you can run this thing with everything geared up. So it's been pretty useful, and I'm glad it's in better hands now, dude.
Also, what I like about it is that my little 35 amp hour battery, if I am in a survival situation and I've got solar and I'm driving down the road, I don't have to worry about it taking forever on the DC. I can either charge it with the solar, or I can use my backup
and just run it off the inverter.
Yep.
Nice, dude.
Plus, I don't have enough battery power right now because there's no sun, but yeah, I can charge it off of that.
So he's got like a little trickle charge kind of system going. His solar will charge the battery, and then in turn the battery will charge the portable battery. So it's kind of like a little systematic kind of method. So,
if I'm camping, I can literally just plug my panels directly into here via the panel connectors that it comes with.
Right, dude.
Yep.
No, that's nice, man. Well,
when there's no sun, hopefully I got backup. If I don't, I got my car battery and just crank the truck and charge it that way.
All right, we all got to see his setup. This is my boy Sonic, man. Dude, you got anything to close out with, or anything you want people to know?
Hey, it is what it is.
And along with that, if you are interested in the Pecron portable power station, I will be dropping a link below. And thank you again, Pecron, for sponsoring this video. And apart from that, guys, I know this is an out of the ordinary kind of video, so I guess make sure you let me know in the comments what you thought about it, anything you would like to see improved. If just your open, honest opinion is fine. Oh, and I also want to take this time to give a special thank you to my Patreon subscribers. I actually had the video done. I'm working on posting it right now. I put an update in my Patreon for everybody that's in there. You've probably seen it already, but if you haven't, I've got the video already finished, the first Q&A, and I'll be working on getting it out as soon as I get to get kind of stationary, because we're about to be leaving here out of North Denver, Colorado, and I'm heading to Salt Lake City ultimately, but we're going to be making a pit stop in Wyoming, about halfway to where we're headed. So anyway, thank you guys, love you, thank you for the support. It makes a big it's very helpful on the channel and has a big impact, and just want to let you guys know that I do appreciate it. Either way, regardless Patreon or not, I still love you, and if you made it to the end, thank you for watching. If you're new here, welcome to the family. As always, man, this Big Nugget, and I'm out.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Molly Mall.